everybody, in this video we are going to talk about solving multi-step equations. So at the end of the video I want us to be able to solve those equations and verify solutions. Okay, so we've just talked about 1 and 2 step equations. So notice in these equations we do not have parentheses and the variable is always on one side. There's not ever one also on the other side. Today when we're talking about multi-step equation, we could see parentheses. We could see the x's on both sides, like here and here, and we can have multiple terms on each side. So this guy's got 3 on the left and 2 on the right. So those are kind of the differences between the 2-step equations and these multi-step equations that we'll do today. So we are going to try and clean up these equations before we solve them. So what I mean by clean up is first we are going to simplify each side. So y'all remember when we were distributing and combining like terms? Hey, look what we're doing here. We are going to distribute and combine like terms. Once we have done that, we're going to take all the variables and move them to one side. It doesn't matter, you pick, but move them all to one side, and then y'all are going to see that it's going to now look like a 2-step equation, and we know how to solve those now. We're going to add and subtract before we multiply and divide. So let's go ahead and jump into an example over here. So we have this big hot mess. -2 parentheses 3 plus 4x close parentheses plus 3 is equal to 30 plus 5x minus 7. I'm like, hey, this is definitely not a 2-step equation, so it must be multi-steps. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to simplify each side. So remember, draw that line on your equal sign so you know where the left and right is. Then we are going to start by distributing. So you're going to look for your parentheses. I'm taking the 2. I'm going to distribute to everything on the inside of the parentheses. So I get -6 minus 8x, copy down the rest. Okay, distributing, done. Next, I'm going to combine like terms. And guys, we are just looking on the left, and then we're just looking on the right. We're not swapping sides yet. So just looking on the left, I have -6 and a +3. They're both constants. Then on the right side, I have 30 and -7. Notice I did not look left and right yet. I'm staying on the left and I'm staying on the right. Okay, so -6 plus 3 gives me a -3, and then 30 minus 7 gives me 23. Okay, at this point, we have simplified each side. Now we're going to go ahead and move the variable, because notice there's an x on the left and an x on the right. I just want them on one side. So this is where we have to think about how do we undo operations. Well, I'm going to try and move this 5x to get it on this other side. So the opposite of plus 5x is to subtract 5x's from both sides. Notice on the right, I can cross them out because they will cancel. -8x minus 5 more will give me -13x's. Done. We have moved our variable to one side. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, look, it is a 2-step equation. I have only one variable on one side. I'm going to need to move this 3 first and then move the 13. So again, solving 2-step equations, I'm going to add and subtract. So I'm going to undo the -3 by adding 3 to both sides. They'll cancel on the left. 23 plus 3 gives me 26. We're almost done. Get the x completely by itself. So to undo -13x, I'm going to divide by -13. They will cancel on the left, and 26 divided by -13 will give me x is equal to -2. So when you're solving these, go step by step. Clean up the left side, clean up the right side. Then move all the variables to one side, then do your 2-step equation. So last thing I'm going to say before we leave, reminder, you can always check by substituting in your answer to the original equation. So here are my x's. I'm going to take that -2. I'm going to plug it in here and here. Then I'm going to check the left side. I'm going to clean this up. 4 times -2 is -8. Plus 3 is a -5. Multiply these two, we get 10 plus 3. Left side is equal to 13. Okay, let's check the right side. Again, I'm going to start with my parentheses because we're doing PEMDAS here. 5 times -2 is -10. 30 minus 10 is 20. 20 minus 7 is 13. Bada bing, bada boom. I have the same on the left and the right. So therefore, I have validated that my answer, x is equal to -2, is the correct answer. So you can always check your answers. All right. If you guys have questions, come find me. If not, I will see y'all in the next one.